Yo, Prince one of them ones, I'm in the mix. Talking hoops, dropping gems, let's fix. Women's ball, we elevate, bring it to the mainstream. Key coming with facts, we a dream team. Break down plays, ain't no cliches. From the court to the screen, every detail display. Got the WNBA shining bright. Click the like button if you feeling it right. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. From sky hooks to swishes, we capture the wishes of ballers making waves in the biggest of dishes. Prince one and Key got the knowledge artillery, dropping truth bombs effectively, brilliantly. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyzing chat, every stat interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below, watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.
Welcome back to Excuse the Takeover, where weekly we are giving the latest and greatest takes on women's basketball as a whole, week in and week out. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Time. Hey, what is going on with everybody out there? But before anything else, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to what, you may ask? iamzomedia, all one word, type it in, and then you go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. WBB Universe, all one word, hit the like button and subscribe. But it's a third one. Excuse the Takeover has its own home page. If you support the channels individually, obviously you want to rush over to Excuse the Takeover and hit the like button and subscribe. Most importantly, it's free. Make sure you support. Make sure you support and building the page. But look, y'all, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and hit the all notification button so you know every single time we go live on Excuse the Takeover. We got some great topics to get into today. Man, some great perspectives. So much to talk about. One thing about women's basketball is going to bring the drama. It's going to bring the drama because the WNBA has the most wild agreement on the CBA. So many weird things happen throughout the season. One of the weirdest things yet, in the middle of a season, I don't even think it would be considered the middle. There's 44 games. I don't even think we hit 20 yet. But in a third of the season, we hear that DeWanna Bonner has been waived and Ari McDonald has been signed. I mean, you couldn't have told me coming into the season this was going to happen. I knew that Indiana Fever signing certain players was an optics thing, trying to hide certain things offensively and defensively when it comes to building that team. But and I wasn't amazed at the signings or anything like that. But what I didn't think was a third into the season that we would be hearing this news. I'll be honest with you. That's not something I saw coming. But DeWanna Bonner was out for personal reasons for one game, school games. Okay, cool. Maybe something happened. Maybe the baby's is sick. Maybe she's sick. Okay, 3 games. What's going on? I think it might have been 5 games in total, and she was out for personal reason. We didn't see her at any games or anything like that. It was super weird. So people started speculating. People started hearing things, and come to find out, DeWanna Bonner wanted out. Earlier on my live, I read this statement, but I do want to read it again just so we could make sure we get all the correct news out there. DeWanna Bonner says, "I want to sincerely thank the Indiana Fever for the opportunity to be part of the Fever franchise. Despite our shared headed into the season, I felt the fit did not work out. I appreciate the organization's willingness to grant my request to move on, particularly at this point in my career," Bonner said. "I wish the Fever great success as they continue to build around this dynamic group of young players." That was a statement she released today after the news came out that she was waived. Obviously, when she took her personal days, now we look right. Hindsight is 2020. When she took that first personal day, that's probably when things start. Probably before taking the first day, but that's when it definitely started to go into effect. What are we gonna do with DeWanna Bonner? I mean, what you got on this, Prince? This is crazy. This is crazy.
I mean, I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. Let's start with let's try to get inside of DeWanna Bonner's mind for a second here. Like, because it's too key. Like, this situation, like, again, this situation might be going over a lot of people's heads right now, but this DeWanna Bonner exiting is going to be more important in 2026 than people realize. So let's get inside of DeWanna Bonner's head for a second here. Future Hall of Fame player. What is she in scoring? Is she number 3? All-time scoring?
I believe she's second or third. Yeah, second or third. Because
it's her and Tina Charles. They keep going back and forward.
Right.
So she's top 3. We'll just say she's top 3 in scoring, right?
Correct.
Her, DT, and Charles. I come from a team that beat the team that I'm currently playing for with the coach that was on the team that helped me beat the team that I'm currently on and she's currently coaching. I literally had my best scoring season at 15 points per game with the Connecticut Suns, which was 80% of the reason she left Phoenix the first time, so she can be growing to her own offensively and get an opportunity at being in a starting lineup, in turn make more all-star games like she did last year. She made all-star game the last 2 years in Connecticut. As a basketball player, and the reason I'm breaking it down like that, as a basketball player, the ego kicks in, right? Now you got the ego that kicks in because you went somewhere to accomplish things along with a certain coach, and the coach brings you along. Because I wholeheartedly believe if Stephanie White wouldn't have went to the Indiana Fever, I don't see how DeWanna Bonner would want to be part of that situation. I don't get it. Like, her personality is different. Like, as a player, sometimes fans look at it as, oh, this person can shoot, this person can pass. They're going to work well together. But it's bigger than that when you're like a basketball player. Sometimes personalities kind of like go into like your decision making of like who you cooperate with, want to work with, things like that. So I don't see. I'll say this. Ego kicks in. I'm an all-time great. I'm a former champion, top 3 in scoring. You bench me after I help you beat the team that we just beat. It hasn't even been a year yet. When it was 6 months ago, 7 months ago, whatever it was, 8 months. Let's say 8 months ago. 8 months ago, I helped you beat the team that we're currently on, and you're telling me Lexi Hall is better than me? You're telling me, a Hall of Fame player, that Sophie Cunningham is better than me? You're telling me, a Hall of Fame player, I don't deserve minutes? I don't deserve to be a big part of the reason your team is successful? You telling me I passed up on having a, what do they call it? A soiree homecoming with the Phoenix Mercury to come here for you to just bench me out of nowhere because our team isn't playing good? You're not running plays for me, first of all. I'm not number 2, number 3, or half of the time number 4 option in this offense. And I with DeWanna Bonner, key, it's two different things, right? Like you got the thing of Indiana versus Chicago, where she took Indiana side, making tweets and all of that. I get all of that, but let's just analyze the basketball aspect of what DeWanna Bonner was on the Fever. Yes, DeWanna Bonner wasn't giving the Fever what she gave them, what she gave Connecticut last year, Key. But she's literally the fifth option. Literally. She's not going to get more shots than Aaliyah Boston. She's definitely not going to get more shots than Caitlinclark. She's not going to get more shots than Kelsey Mitchell. And then some nights she's not going to get more shots than Lexi Hall or Natasha Howard. So some nights she's the sixth option. You want Key? Nowhere in history has a sixth option average double digits. You know how hard that is to do? That means I got to shoot 80% from the field. For me to do, like, that's literally impossible to do. So if I have an ego and I'm a Hall of Fame player, and I'm the sixth option on a team when half of the players playing in front of me might not make the Hall of Fame, I'm going to feel some kind of way. I ain't going to say it publicly because I don't want to sound like a sore loser. I don't want to sound like it's about me and not about the team. But I'm going to feel some type of way because I got pedigree. I got cachet in this league. Hold on. I'm DeWanna Bonner. You know what I'm saying? I'm DeWanna Bonner. So, like, that's her head. Let's get to the court. I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to come to grips with this. And I haven't seen this a lot. Caitlinclark is the reason DeWanna Bonner got benched. I need that story to circulate a little more. Caitlinclark is the reason DeWanna Bonner got benched. Caitlinclark is the reason DeWanna Bonner isn't there anymore. Because she's the face of the franchise. She's the on-court decision maker. Stephanie White don't got no cachet either. She just got there. She can't even tell Caitlinclark what to do. When you're in Caitlinclark's position, Stephanie White comes to you, makes a suggestion, and if you agree to it, either you're part of the reason or you're the sole reason. She's the point guard and the face of the franchise. You don't bench DeWanna Bonner without her say so. Facts. That ain't conjecture. That ain't opinion. That's facts. DeWanna Bonner does not get benched without Caitlinclark's blessing. I think, and I know Stephanie White and DeWanna Bonner have a good relationship. If you do your homework, Key, they literally spent a summer vacation together this offseason. Literally. AT was with them. Literally. Both their wives, AT was with them. Literally. They have a good off-the-court relationship for them to do that during their offseason. That lets me know this total decision by DeWanna Bonner was on the word of Caitlinclark might have felt like maybe she wanted to get Sophie Cunningham more minutes. Maybe she wanted to get Lexi Hall more playing time. Maybe she wanted to get more shots. Who knows what's going on in her head? You know, she's selfish. Who knows what's going on in her head? I don't know. But it all comes down to this is the bad look going into next offseason. And want me to tell you why. Whatever people may feel about DeWanna Bonner, in the league, players respect Hall of Famers. Forget all that fanfare. Forget what media is telling you. In whatever league you're in, the Hall of Famers have a lot of cachet and a lot of respect. People follow their lead. People want to follow their career path. People want to do little things they did to make the Hall of Fame. When you have Hall of Fame players exiting a franchise, and for all intents and purposes, DeWanna Bonner has never been a troubled child on a team. Like, there's never been any like, you know, fanfare of negativity surrounding DeWanna Bonner and her previous stops. So this is a bad look when you think about free agents. Now, when it comes to DeWanna Bonner, You shouldn't have catch your ass there in the first place. Let's start there. I don't even know why you went there. I don't get it. I know you like Stephanie White. I know y'all went banana boating this offseason. I get it. But I don't know why you can't. So look, I feel sorry for DeWanna Bonner? Hell no. You're a grown woman, you're a professional athlete, you went to a situation you shouldn't even went to in the first place. But of course, as YouTube analysts, we gonna break down the situation that's in front of us, right? So like I said, I believe Caitlinclark is the reason DeWanna Bonner got benched. I believe Caitlinclark is 85 to 90% of the reason DeWanna Bonner doesn't want to go back to the Indiana Fever, because she knows that's Caitlinclark's organization. And she knows she can't go to the front office or Stephanie White and say something without Caitlinclark's approval. She knows that. So she's like, rather than me just going cower to Caitlinclark when I'm a Hall of Famer, the number 3 scorer and a champion and a all WNBA player, defensive player, I'ma just swallow my pride and move on. Just make the best of the next year or 2 years I have left in the league, right? Where she lands, I know Phoenix is where she wants to be. Phoenix will open DeWanna Bonner, welcome DeWanna Bonner back with open arms. So Phoenix could be undefeated right now. The way basketball works with royalty, DeWanna Bonner has royalties with the Phoenix Mercury. She's won 6 Women of the Year with them. She's won championships with them. Most of her scoring came with the Phoenix Mercury. So she has cachet there. DeWanna Bonner jersey will be retired when she retires. Just like DT's, just like BG's. Their jerseys will be retired when they retire. Even BG, her last year, she wants to go back to the Mercury. They'll welcome her back. That's just how it goes. When you have royalty with a team, they could be on a championship path. I've seen it happen 1,000 times. They will literally destroy a championship team to welcome back royalty because they know that does wonders with the fan base. I've seen teams do that so many times. They'll destroy a good thing just to bring back somebody with royalties in the program. So if DeWanna Bonner wants to go back to Phoenix, she's going back to Phoenix. You can book it. They're not telling DeWanna Bonner no. Now it's going to be some stipulations, Key. It's going to be, hey, this is how many minutes we can give you. This is the only position that we can offer you. As far as if she wants to play power forward or small forward, if only small forward is available at that certain amount of minutes, hey, you can't be in the starting lineup, or hey, we would like you in the starting lineup, but you'll only play 2 minutes with the starting lineup, and then we'll go to our smaller, quicker, whatever lineup they want to call it, right? But she's going back to the Mercury if she wants to go back there. My thing is, I know there's been reports that have came out. Even DeWanna Bonner made her a little goodbye, farewell thing to the Indiana Fever. Now, sometimes what happens is reporters do like to get in front of where a player is going for clickbaits, for content, right? They want to feel important. DeWanna Bonner herself hasn't came out and technically said where she wants to go. It's all been rumored and hearsay and jumping the gun and speculation on like where she actually wants to land. DeWanna Bonner could perhaps say, you know what? I'll go back, do a 1-day contract with the Mercury and retire. Or I'll go sit out the rest of this season and go do a 1-year deal with the new CBA if there's not a lockout, and they retire after a full season. Who knows where her head is right now, but I know she still wants to play from what her kind of like farewell post said, but she didn't specifically say she wants to play right now this season and she wants to go back home. She didn't say that. Like sometimes Key, what players do, they'll throw a hint in there. They'll put like home, or they'll put like back where it started. She hasn't said that. So I mean, I would like her to go home and just, go out on top, have her farewell tour. She deserves it, just like the rest of the women that helped build the league over the last 10 years. So, because a lot of people don't know this, but DeWanna Bonner is one of the reasons for the stretch threes. Like DeWanna Bonner helped solidify that, because before her, when the Comets and all of them was winning the championships, those who actually wasn't watching, only the NBA had those. The WNBA didn't. Either you could handle the rock or you were a big. DeWanna Bonner helped introduce that skill set into the WNBA. Like it was actually y'all can go look at it on YouTube. It was actually a documentary about it. Her and a couple other players they helped introduce that play style at that height into the WNBA. Like, because matter of fact, even Stewie gave her props on, because without DeWanna Bonner, Stewie literally said it, there wouldn't be a Stewie's game. DeWanna Bonner helped introduce a lot of their games. So I know the new fans don't really know the prime DeWanna Bonner, but DeWanna Bonner has done a lot for the league. I mean, you don't become the number 2, 3 scorer, whatever she is, and not do a lot for the league. You don't win championships and not do a lot. So she has done a lot for the league. But yeah, I think she should go home, farewell tour, and just go ahead on, enjoy, your married life, man.
Look, I mean, you touched on a lot of things that I think were important. I mean, for one, yeah, shout out to DeWanna Bonner, number 3 in scoring. A great run in this league. And I would say at the age of 38, even, I would consider her a streaky shooter now, but she's 38, you know what I'm saying? But, even at the age of 38, still playing, to me, in my opinion, at a high level, for a 38-year-old, streaky or not. So, you can't take all of those things from her. Like you said, she solidified her name in this league, and I think I totally understand. And also, next year, a lot of the old guard, like, I could totally understand them feeling like, I need to cash in on that. I need to be a part of that. I need to put together a solid year this year and be a part of that. Any player for that matter, but especially, you got to understand, these players been playing at this type of level, whether people were watching or not. The product has always been there. It's not new. She didn't get to, like Zoe said, she didn't get to number 3 in scoring being mediocre. And that didn't just happen over last year, right? Like, she's been putting this together, over the years. But putting that together and not being able to be a part of the marketing, the money aspects of it, you want to usher yourself into that. So I believe that she still wants to hoop. I believe that she doesn't want to retire. I believe she at least wants 1 year or some type of contract going into this new CBA, right? She wants a bigger contract. They feel like they deserve that. And I understand that. You had Skylar Diggins go on Angel Reese's podcast, like, hell yeah, she was laughing and playing, but she's like, I'm mad as hell y'all getting an NIL, right? Like, I was Skylar Diggins. I brought in the headband and all of that, and I should have been making hella money. I should be getting back pay. So the old guard for sure wants to cash in on that. I believe DeWanna Bonner is one of those people, and I believe she saw that possibly a year like this year, like, could get her not getting that, right? Like, maybe not, right? But, like, you're not gonna get what you want by not putting together a solid year this year. Now, I'm with Zoe, and I've been saying it, been talking to a friend about it. We talk about basketball all the time, my homegirl, and she was like, well, Key, this and that for Sid and DeWanna. And I'm like, I have no sympathy for anybody who chose to go to the Indiana Fever. And this isn't even about the sides of it y'all get upset about, and I get upset about too. It's not even about the racial things or whatever. I have no sympathy for basketball players that watched film on that team and went to that team. Like, just from a basketball standpoint, I'm not even talking about racism and all of that. I'm talking about literally, you watch the fact that girl is ball dominant, and it is hard to play your play style with a player like that. and you still went there. Now, I don't know if they sold y'all a bill of goods saying she's going to work on her game, etc. I doubt it. In my opinion, the Indiana Fever organization is literally telling everyone involved, figure it out. This is Caitlinclark. Y'all figure it out. You get the players to go around her, but she doesn't need to change. Everybody else does. That's my opinion. I could be absolutely wrong. In my opinion, it does not seem like they're trying to force Caitlinclark or usher her into getting better. They're basically like, this is her play style. Y'all got to figure it out. And y'all chose to go there. You know what I'm saying? You're not playing with AT no more. That's not who you playing with. You know, I get it. You and Stephanie close, and Stephanie is a coach you've played for. You may have trusted her, but that's not the situation here. There's no AT on this team. There's no Dejanay Carrington on this team. Them shots you were gonna get, DeWanna, you're not getting them now. People been saying since the offseason, there's only one basketball. There's only one basketball. Y'all, Caitlinclark went 0 of 6 from the 3, 8 turnovers, 9 assists. Y'all knew that though. And y'all wanted to play for her. So I have no sympathy for DeWanna Bonner. However, you know, these players are, it seems in the WNBA, these players are allowed to kind of assert themselves in these situations and saying, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. And so she did that. We can't, you know, I'm not mad at it. Where I get what Zoe is saying about her going to the Indiana Fever, I totally Mercury, Phoenix Mercury, I totally understand where Zoe is coming from. But in my humble opinion, especially because what it seems like is she wants to start. It's what it seems like, in my humble opinion. Because it said Atlanta and Phoenix. Again, these are not confirmed. This is what people saying that they're hearing, reporting. Could be true, could not be true, right? But if we're picking out Atlanta Dream, and Mercury, I'm not picking her up. Like I'm just not. I'm not picking her up. Not this year, not right now. I'm not picking her up, unfortunately. And if I am picking her up, it is very crucial that you understand that, like he said, you're gonna possibly ride the bench, things of that nature. But it seems like she was upset about riding the bench for the Indiana Fever. So is she gonna be okay with riding the bench for the, you know, Phoenix? Like those are the things we don't know because we're not in her head and she's not vocalizing it, right? With the statement I read before Zoe started talking, she said it just wasn't a good fit. She doesn't say why
right.
it's not a good fit, or you know, she's gonna give the politically correct answer. So we don't know. I don't know if she's okay with coming off the bench.
I wanted the tea. I wanted the tea.
I want to know too. I want to know why isn't it a great fit? What's going on? Tell us, tell the world, right? But we don't know what's going on in her head specifically. In my opinion, I think there was a lot going on there. I believe when the table started to turn, I talked about this earlier. I went live earlier about this. I believe the table started to turn when we heard DeWanna Bonner say there should be no pressure on us. When she started to talk about, there should be no pressure for no championship and all of that, I'm like, is something going on? And I said it at that time. I think I went on HD's live one of them nights, and I said, she's saying that because she's seeing something. You've won championships before. You're number 3 in scoring. You know something about basketball, right? You've been playing for 38 years, you know, or 28 maybe, whatever. So to me, DeWanna Bonner saw something and knew they weren't winning. She's like, we're not winning no championship. And then she started to say things like, there should be no pressure on us. We shouldn't be expected to win a championship this year. And that's when I saw the tides turning for her. I saw the wheels spinning for her. I still didn't expect this, but when she started to say that, I'm like, okay, yeah, she's not feeling it. It's something going on and she's seeing something and she's not feeling it. Now, I get it. I get what Zoe is saying, like championship pedigree, the type of player she is, and then you get benched for Lexi Hull, you know, and I don't think it's that simple, unfortunately. I don't think she was benched for Lexi Hull because Lexi Hull is better. I think that Lexi Hull can deal and handle Caitlinclark's play style. I think it's that simple. She's not better. I don't think even Stephanie White thinks she's better. She just knows, like, well, I got to play Caitlinclark. I got to play her for X amount of minutes. I got to make sure she gets her stats. And in that case, the players that can keep up with her, we know Lexi Hull is one of them. And DB does not play well under Caitlinclark. I say all that to say, though, if I'm the Atlanta Dream, I'm the Mercury. Be honest with you, I've been eating crow about the Mercury, boy. I said, man, Mercury is like whatever. Thought we was gonna sweep them, all of that. Man, the Mercury straight balling, straight balling, straight balling, 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 balling. I think all the organizations can take some notes from the Phoenix Mercury and the scouting that they did. They have lockdown shooters. They got Satu Sabli playing at a high level, even. I mean, what more can you say about the Phoenix Mercury? They're the dark horse. They're the team giving people problems. And to be honest with you, shout out to Smesko. He got some things he needs to work on, but shout out to Smesko from the Atlanta Dream. Like the Atlanta Dream, man. I was ishing on Ryan Howard. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ryan Howard this year. I'm actually liking that. She's putting effort into defense, a lockdown defender on the wing. Alicia Gray's playing at a high level. Like, I'm not mad at it. Atlanta Dream is balling. They're another dark horse team out of nowhere. You got this chemistry going on with both teams. I don't know if I bring her into that. No shade to her. Has nothing to do with her specifically. It's just that I have players off the bench and on the court in the starting five that to me are younger, faster, knockdown shooters, more efficient. It's more of a guarantee. Do I throw the energy or flow of the team off just to bring you on? That is the only question there for DB. I'm sorry. And I want to make something clear. She clearly wants to go to a contender. Let's be honest. We don't hear story now. Like Zoe said, we can't say what these people are saying is absolutely true. But to be clear, we're not hearing nothing like Chicago Sky. I want to go back to the Connecticut Sun. She don't want to go to them teams. No, she don't want to go to. She want to go to a contender. Let's be honest. And so a contender, though, they have benches and they have a starting five. And where do you come in that? It's unfortunate. Like, I think she would be great for a Dallas or, just one of them. They need a wing. They need a wing bad. They need a long defender bad. Maybe one of them teams. But she wants to go to a contender.
I'm about to give you a sleeper team. DeWanna Bonner would fit on the Liberty.
Yes. I think she would fit on the Aces.
In the Aces. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I mean, honestly, DeWanna Bonner is what the Aces is missing. Actual three. The Aces don't have an actual three.
Right.
They be trying to force Tiffany Mitchell to be that. But Tiffany Mitchell is more of a 2 than a 3, so she be out of position as well. DeWanna Bonner will actually be what we need coming off the bench. You sub her in for Jewel Lloyd, gives you a different offense dynamic. So I would got some more.
You got some more length. You got some more length. I mean, it's some teams she could help, but
I think she's going home though. Yeah.
I hate.
You don't think she's going home?
No. You might be right. Like, you might be right that, like, because one thing I've noticed, we're still getting out of it, and it's gonna be an uphill battle, and I'm being patient in it. The old guard wins, so you're probably the old guard wins where she has like you said, the pedigree. She played for him. She should retire with him. DeWanna Bonner has a house out there still. By the way, she still has a house in Phoenix.
Her wife's there.
So her wife's there. So maybe she does. Maybe she does get picked up by them. I'm not disputing that. If I'm the Phoenix, and I'm trying to do something, I hate to say it, like I'm not doing it. That's just me. I'm not doing it. But
Key, that's how I'm telling you. I've seen it happen so many times. I've seen it happen so many times. So many
it's just me.
times.
It's just me, and it's also crazy. It's crazy to me that she probably go to another team and help them actually be a contender and compete, and she's just like, no.
Key.
Like you said, the Aces, the Liberty, you know, a lot of these teams they get a wing. It's a difference maker. Seriously, like it's the difference between winning maybe 5 more games and making it into the playoffs. I'm not saying she's gonna win a championship, but just go to a team.
Time out though, Key. We can't do this though.
What?
We can't let, not you, I'm talking about just fans in general. Listen here, man. We can't let what happened on the Indiana Fever determine how we view DeWanna Bonner this offseason. DeWanna Bonner made the all WNBA team, made the All-Star game last year. DeWanna Bonner averaged 15 points a game last year. DeWanna Bonner was the leading scorer on the team that went to the semis. They just ran into the Lynx, who ended up in the finals. So those out there who listening, don't let what DeWanna Bonner was her first 8 games on the Fever determine how DeWanna Bonner is going to play on other teams. That's not how basketball works. She was just in an environment she shouldn't have went into. Again, nobody's feeling sorry for DeWanna Bonner. I'm just talking about the aspect of how she can actually still play basketball. It was 8 games. It ain't like it was 2 years.
Nah.
So whatever team DeWanna Bonner goes
I ain't going for that.
She'll help immediately. DeWanna Bonner was not a scrub last year. DeWanna Bonner had probably her best season outside of her championship years, because the championship is the ultimate goal. But I'm talking about from a performance standpoint, DeWanna Bonner probably had one of her top 4 seasons last year in her career. So
yeah, but I mean,
she can go in and help a team immediately.
Immediately. I just don't think she should be choosing the team she's choosing. That's my opinion. I think she's I said it when I began my little poem. She is to me she started to become a streaky shooter in CT, but it's still worth it. Like, it's not like, oh, she's a streaky shooter, she's not, it's still worth it in my opinion. But if you want to get that contract next year, but too, something though, based off of what you're saying too, it's something we could not specifically know, right? Like, she might know the Mercury are gonna sign me, so whatever, don't care, they're gonna sign me anyway. But for talking purpose,
her wife is the first key. She's going to the Mercury. Like, her jersey is going to be retired there. Her wife is the current face of the franchise. She's going.
Do they even have? Can they sign her? Do they have to waive somebody?
Let's see. That
they gotta waive somebody, because I know she got. I think I heard
they have the cap space.
Okay,
because they didn't even have draft picks this year. All of those, every player on every rookie on their team was a training camp invite.
Sure
is. They didn't have a draft pick this year.
Listen, it's 278 of y'all in here. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you go over to Excuse the Takeover. One word, type it into the search bar and subscribe. Like the videos, comment, and subscribe to Excuse the Takeover, iamzomedia, and WBB Universe. Make sure you
They only have 10 players on their roster, Key.
Okay, so they can sign her.
Yeah, they have 10 players on their roster. And
I just don't want them doing nothing. Sign her, fine, whatever, pay that lady, but just don't mess up y'all stuff, bro. Don't mess up y'all stuff just to sign her. I don't subscribe to that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like it. I get it. I don't like it. Because if you force her into the 3, like, come on, y'all. And you got knockdown shooters that are more efficient. I feel like I'm pulling you off the bench in a need type of situation, injuries. Maybe there's a team I don't know, but I'm not going. I don't know. That's just me. But look, y'all probably right. She will get signed. It is what it is, but I'm not messing up my love for her. And it's crazy because I feel like you could go to one of them teams that's not necessarily like contender, but could maybe slip into the 8th or something of that nature, or the last playoff position, and you could put together a solid season because you probably gonna have a green light, like you probably gonna be good, and put together a solid season, whatever. Then leave them after this year. But I feel like she wants to win a championship and she wants to be on a contender, and that's the deciding factor for her, as well. It's a reason why she's picking specific teams, in my opinion. It's a reason why she went to Indiana. I had somebody say, "Oh well." I think it was my homie. She was like, I don't think they should have been putting those types of those types of expectations on the Indiana Fever. It's the second year for Caitlin. Like, why are they expecting? I'm like, no. We're not about to do that. I'm like, we're not about to do that. They went over there, Natasha Howard included, because they thought they were gonna win a championship. And then they saw for themselves that she didn't work on her game enough, or whatever she did work on, she's not using it in the games. Period. And they saw that that's not going to work. The style of basketball that she is playing does not work for the type of players that are on her team. You literally would have to, and I'm not even going to say this is going to even get them somewhere, but the way CC plays, you got to duplicate the Iowa team.
Yeah.
You have to duplicate the Iowa team, which was 4 other players that's willing to take a back seat. Y'all thought y'all was fit.
This is grown women with accomplishments.
That's like what are we? That's what I'm saying. What are we talking about? It's not college no more. But she still plays exactly like college. You can, if you notice, damn, I want to pick somebody else because I'm done with the comparison. By the way, I'm done with the CC and Angel comparison. But it's just top of mind. Like, if you notice, Angel was having to use things that she didn't necessarily use in her last few years of college as much. Because you got to bring that stuff out. You're not in college no more. You can't keep playing like that. That's not going to work. You can't keep playing like that. CC then came out of college and they want her playing the same style of basketball, but you literally, for her style of basketball to work, and when I say work, I mean just make her look good. I don't mean work as in win a championship, because it didn't win her a championship in college. And one thing I'm not letting y'all do no more, I said it on my live earlier, we're not losing the plot about sports. We're not losing the plot about basketball. Basketball is about winning championships, period. We're not about to do that. Y'all like to move the goalposts. It's not about winning. Yes, it is. We play sports to win. What are we talking about, y'all? So her style of basketball doesn't win championships, but it works in the aspect of it gets her kind of far when she has supporting cast. When Cece's the main character and she just has a whole bunch of supporting cast, the Kate Martins, the Hannah Stolkes, it works better that way. But then you brought Flash. Flash has 3 rings. That's, by the way, that's her name, Flash, right? That's a little WNBA name. Natasha Howard, Flash. Yeah. Then you got DeWanna Bonner, third in scoring. Yes. And she also got a championship with the Phoenix Mercury. She got 2 championships with Phoenix Mercury. Then you have up and coming, right? Like, we talking about the Hall, you know what I mean? But let's talk about the up and coming. AB balling, really be saving y'all. Kelsey Mitchell balling, really be saving y'all. You literally have 4 players who need the ball. Am I dumb? Like, sometimes I'll be thinking, and then you have CC at the point, who's ball dominant. What are we doing? Make no mistake. You think they let go of DB and they signed Ari McDonald? Why do y'all think they did that? We've been going. Why you think they did that, Prince?
Did what?
Sign Ari McDonald.
Because she gives them a different dynamic at point guard than Caitlinclark does. Defensively, and offensively, Kelsey Mitchell and AB can actually have go. See, Kelsey Mitchell has go-to moves that she can't utilize that she spent all offseason working on when she's playing next to Caitlinclark, because she turns into a slasher and a catch-and-shoot player. That's not really Kelsey Mitchell's game. If you watch Kelsey Mitchell in college, shout out to Cleveland, the Cleveland Airs, the land. If you watch Kelsey Mitchell in college, if you watch Kelsey Mitchell before Caitlin got there, that's not really her game. She made that part of her game just to play alongside and make it work with Caitlinclark. But if you ask Kelsey Mitchell and put her on a lie detector test, she does not want to be a slasher and she does not want to be a catch and shoot player, because that's not even how she got into the league. Like, she didn't get into the league doing that. She's literally only doing that because she's on Caitlinclark's team and she know Caitlinclark is going to have a high usage rate. And let's be frank and clear here. All that kumbaya that was going on during media days in the off season, let's be frank and clear here. Again, nobody knows. I don't know. I'm not saying it's 100% fact. So let me say that first. But we don't know if Kelsey Mitchell even wanted to come back there.
No,
we don't know that. Nobody knows that for certain. Prince.
No,
she was cold. Nobody knows that for certain. No one knows that. No one knows that. This is, see, I look at organizations. Organizations will tell you if you're, see, a lot of people aren't that smart. That's how I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to little things. Kelsey Mitchell has been there since they started the rebuild. She's the only one still on that team from the rebuild before the year Leah Boston got there. Look at what Indiana Fever did for Kelsey Mitchell after they called her to resign. They literally had an office parade. Who does that? Kelsey Mitchell ain't win no championships. Kelsey Mitchell ain't no first team all WNBA player. Kelsey Mitchell didn't sign no 4-year contract.
I was about to say.
Kelsey Mitchell was just re-signed on a 1-year deal, and you had them in the hallways like she was at the Jennifer Hudson show. Like, come on, man. That tells you all you need to know. They know Kelsey Mitchell. If it was up to Kelsey Mitchell, she wouldn't have came. See, you got to pay attention to the play and not the player. They paraded Kelsey Mitchell. When I seen that, I thought I was in a multiverse. I was like, did I miss something? Did the Indiana Fever win the championship last year? Was Kelsey Mitchell first team all WNBA? What did I miss? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? They literally told you. We're congratulating her just for re-signing. Kelsey Mitchell, if she wanted to, she could have walked out that door. Indiana wouldn't let her leave. Let's be frank here. And again, we don't know that 100% to be true. I'm just looking at the play. The play tells me Indiana went out their way to welcome her back when normally all you would do is take a picture with them signing the contract at the table in the office. Why it had to be this spectacle? They had to get Caitlinclark and Aaliyah Boston to come back in town and do these photo ops. Come on, man. That told you all you needed to know. They wanted to make Kelsey Mitchell feel good about them making her come back.
I can't.
Let's be real. Man. Let's be honest here, man.
Listen. Oh my God. It's speculation, obviously, but I think KM didn't want to come back. She had the opportunity to sign a contract and she just didn't. And then they caught her, so they forced her to back. I think she didn't want to do the hoopla of core me and then trade me. Satu did it. Satu made Dallas core her and then trade her. You know, things of that nature. Maybe she just didn't want to do it. She said, you know what, I'll do this 1 year. 2026, I'm freed up. I'll go where I want. But I think she didn't want to. I don't think she wanted to stay there if it was like ultimately her choice.
No, Key Satu's ones was it was a backdoor deal. Satu didn't really sign hers. Satu only signed it because she knew she was going to Phoenix.
No. That's what I meant. You wording it how I meant it.
Like, okay.
Like I basically was saying KP could have KM. Sorry, I keep saying KP. KM could have did the same thing, but I think she just sometimes you just be like, you know what,
Indiana wasn't going to trade her. It would have been bad optics.
Yeah, right. So Indiana she was just like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm a vibe out. I'm gonna just finish this year off, be solid. Like I'm a baller. KM gonna ball. So she's like, I'm gonna put together a solid year. I'm gonna be straight in 2026. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the core, you get a lot of money and you know, a lot more money than they normally get. So I think that's what it was. But I don't think she wanted to be there. But man, the Jennifer Hudson show just took me out because that's literally, I remember literally looking at my phone like I dead ass was. I'm like, is this normal? A lot about the WNBA, you know what I'm saying, and what they do, don't like whatever. It's so different than the NBA. Let's be honest. It's just not the same. And so I'm like, is this normal? I'm looking at my phone. She walking down the hallway. That
was wild.
They is balloons, is all kind of stuff. Then like you said, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlinclark's at the end of it, giving her a hug. Like, man, it was wild, man. It was wild, but I don't think she wanted to be there still. But it's a lot going on there. I'm with Zoe. I'm glad he broke it down like that. I said that, I'm like, y'all, look, them bringing in Ari McDonald. I hope you know that's not a replacement for DB. Literally two different players, different heights, all kind of shit. They're bringing her in because they see the direction CC is going in. CC, they don't have, and they got the roster space now. CC is trending downward. She's trending downward. The 3-point shooting percentage, the field goal percentage, even the poor turnovers, the lack of defense, the lack of positive, being a positive teammate. Even, you know, Ari McDonald is high energy, a shooter, distributor,
dirty work guard. She's a dirty work guard.
You know what I mean? And so and I know they mess with Sid, but you know, she's a better, you know, that's a better option for you than Sid. And so I think she's just gonna they brought her in to fill in the holes of CC's game and what she be doing when they take her off the court. DeWanna Bonner best game was when Ari McDonald was on the court. The happiest that team watch the go ahead. Y'all go back and watch the games and watch the games with Ari McDonald. That team was happy to have Ari McDonald on that floor. They're happier with her on the floor.
I need to go key. I know what I need to do. I haven't done it yet. And you know me, I don't really say nothing if I don't really know 100%. I need to go check their defensive rating when Ari McDonald was there and CC was out. And their offensive rating. I need to go check both from like that time span and see the difference. And I need to go see like Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner points per game during that stretch. I need to go see the difference. And that's what I'm gonna go do that tonight. I'm gonna go look because I'm actually interested to see that. I'm gonna go
see
look.
how much better it was for sure. For sure, it's definitely smoother, definitely a better flow.
Hey, Key, let me say this.
Is when you lay your head on that pillow at night. You know, I gave you everything I had.
Not bad. Shout out to the 6'8" Aquarius for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that, Aquarius. You don't have to win in college to eventually win in the pros and be an all-time great. We've been on this subject for 54 minutes, Aquarius. I'm not gonna put you in a frying pan. I don't have the time to put you in a frying pan. I don't
Shout
have
out to Aquarius, man.
Shout out to you for the $4.99 super chat, though. No, seriously, appreciate that. Appreciate you supporting the channel. But I don't have the time, nor do I have the time for Prince to put you in a frying pan because I don't know why you just said that.
Hey, look, Key, hold on, Key. Let me cook them right quick. I need to give you, I'm gonna see some of my beard all, man. Your beard looking a little thin. You got a little couple patches up in there, man. That beard looking a little thin, man. I'm gonna get some of my beard all. Get some of this beard all over there, man. That beard looking a little thin, man. But Key, I know we got to move on. Let me say this to the dummies in the back. I could tell a lot of y'all are either slow or just started watching basketball last year. They said people been saying, well, they tried to trade DeWanna Bonner. Nobody wanted her because she's over the hill. Dummies. DeWanna Bonner has played more than 5 games, and according to the CBA, if you play a certain amount of games, the team you're currently on is responsible for more than half of your contract, anywhere from 60 to 80% of it, even though you can get waived or traded. So even though they waived DeWanna Bonner, they're still responsible for 60 to 80% of her contract, depending on how many games she's played in that a lot amount of time and what the stipulations were in her 1-year deal with the Indiana Fever. Secondly, why would I, if I'm a GM, why would I trade for DeWanna Bonner when she's on an expiring contract? Why would I give up? Especially if I'm the Mercury. I only got 10 players on my roster. I didn't even have draft picks last year. Why would I give up draft picks for DeWanna Bonner? Like he said, they're playing well. Why would I break the team up for DeWanna Bonner and give away draft picks we're just getting back? And again, you keep forgetting they gave away draft picks for Satu. So even next year, they lost their first round draft pick for Satu. So why would I give up draft picks for DeWanna Bonner, who is on a 1-year deal halfway through the season, when we know you're going to either waive her or I can get her in the offseason? You will be fired. What? Y'all trying to justify the Fever to discredit DeWanna Bonner, saying no team wanted her. That's not how that works. The Fever might have been shopping DeWanna Bonner behind the scenes and not making it public, and then they realized no one wants to give us anything for DeWanna Bonner because she's on an expiring contract, and probably in her contract, and according to the CBA, we're still going to be responsible for 60 to 80% of this. So if we just waive her, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for both sides. DeWanna Bonner wins because now she get to go choose her own destination, and we win because now we get to recoup some of that money back. And we get to go sign Eric McDonald because we didn't have no roster spots. I need y'all to realize this. They didn't cut Eric McDonald because Caitlinclark came back. They cut Eric McDonald because they didn't have a roster. Go ahead on, Keys. Let's get to that. I get tired of talking to dummies, man. I get tired of talking to dummies.
It's 327 of y'all in here. Go to Excuse the Takeover, one word in the search bar, and subscribe. Like the video. If you're watching this on playback, comment. Listen, don't get in your feelings. You might learn something. You might actually learn something. If you don't let your idiocy come first, just push it to the back and actually listen to what's going on here, y'all. You don't have to win in college to eventually win in the pros and be an all-time great. Boy, I think Prince said it. He either said it yesterday or the day before yesterday. I lose a brain cell talking to some of y'all or reading what some of y'all say. Like, y'all just, you can't make it up. You literally cannot make this up. Like, what y'all be getting from this. And look, I really appreciate the $4.99 super chat. That's what sucks. I really appreciate it, but I can't with the what do y'all even be talking about? Like, if you could explain to me what you be talking about, maybe I could be on the same page, but I just don't understand it. Like, what do y'all be talking about? I don't get it. I really don't. But either way, let's see what happens with DeWanna Bonner. I'm sure we'll have more to talk about. Breaking news: DeWanna Bonner picked up out of Mercury. You know what I mean? I'm sure we're gonna hear more about it. Let's see what happens. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? These are, our opinions on the situation. Let's see what happens. Hopefully she closes out her career on a high. As somebody like Zoe said, no blemishes throughout her career. I'm not going to say this is even a blemish, but it's a little sticky situation that I know of besides her other career. I think she just wants to finish it out on an up and up. We just want to finish it out on an up and up. You know what I'm saying? Being in the right spot, retire where you want to be at. And so I don't want to take that from her at all. Hopefully that's what ends up happening. Wishing her all the best in her future endeavors. No sympathy for what she did with the fever. I don't know why she did that. But, now that she figured it out and she's removing herself, can't hate that. And I hope she figures it out on her future endeavors. And so we'll move on from that. For the 334 people in here, make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Head over to iamzomedia, WBB Universe, and excuse the takeover, and subscribe to all 3 channels. All 3 channels is one word. It's one word. So the next topic we're going to get into is sophomore season slumps. How are 2024 WNBA rookies doing now? WNBA all rookie team. What is it looking like this year? We have Phoebich, Camilla, Caitlinclark, Angel Reese, and Rickea Jackson last year on the all WNBA rookie team. But this year is their sophomore years. What's that looking like for all of them? How are they all coming along? It's definitely a lot to be said. Rickea Jackson was out on injury for a little bit. She came back. I don't think that's her comeback game, but that game against the Aces was definitely a good one, man. It was a good one. I'm glad she had that type of game. I'm a fan of Rickea. Like, I think people think because like Angel Reese is my favorite player, but I love women's basketball. I love basketball. And so I'm a fan of all these players. What I'm a fan of about these players may be different things though, right? Could be a fan of a player and be a fan of this thing about their game. I love Rickea's game. I love her game. I really do. She's a baller for sure. So I love that game that she had against the Aces. I think it was like a 30-point game, 32 points or something against the Aces. And the LA Sparks win against them. She's nice with it. Still struggling on defense. My girl's still struggling on defense. She be trying. But I definitely love her offensive game. Caitlinclark. Caitlinclark is, in my opinion, in a slump. Damn. Yeah. Caitlinclark is the same player to me. So if we want to say slump, we will. I'm willing to say slump for this year. Next year we'll see. And at that point, I'll have to take slump away from her and just say, hey, this is her style of basketball, and this is just how she plays. But I'm willing to give her a slump this year. I'm willing to give her a slump. Okay. She's struggling, man. Caitlinclark is struggling. The percentages of her field goal, her 3-point shooting, which is what her specialty was coming out of college. I was mad about that last year. Caitlinclark is a 3-point shooter. My expectation for her 3-point shooting never changed. Now, everything else was kind of like, whatever. But I know that girl gonna hit that 3. I know she gonna hit that 3. Man, she is struggling. Against Seattle Storm, I watched her do 2 back-to-back possessions, come down the court and chuck up a 3, miss both of them. 0 from 6 from the 3. Back-to-back possessions, doesn't get her team involved, literally comes down the court and shoots a 3. I mean, she is struggling, y'all. So if it's a sophomore slump, then okay. But I definitely think she's struggling with that. Phoebich has been doing good, man. Phoebich is gonna play her games. Phoebich is 6'4", can shoot the 3. Phoebich is there to belong. She's not some amazing defensive player, but she definitely helps the New York Liberty have an edge. And that 3-point shooting is lethal when it comes to Phoebich. In my opinion, last year I kept saying Phoebich is their X factor. Yes, they had Kayla Thornton and Betnaja Laney Hamilton. I'll never take away from them in the defensive tenacity that they have, but I thought Phoebich was an X factor last year for them. So Phoebich is doing good. Even Camilla stepped up. To me, Camilla has strung a consistent amount of games being consistent. And that is all I can ask from her. I never wanted Camilla to be Angel. I know a lot of people be kind of like, she needs to be. I don't care about that. We have an Angel for a reason. But what I did want from her was to be consistent. And Camilla has shrunk some games along being consistent. She's on the upwards trend, in my opinion. 27 points last night. Let's be for real. 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Hello? Like, come on now. She balled out. Camilla balling out. I don't want to hear it. She's doing a great job. We don't need nothing else from her but to be that. She's doing well. Angel Reese, triple double Barbie. Let's be for real. Field goal percentage is going up. Hello, haters. Hello? Oh, okay. I can't hear y'all. Field goal percentage is going up. Angel Reese is doing everything on the court. She's defending. She's in the passing lane. She's defending 1 through 5 if she needs to. Man, she's rebounding. 19 rebounds against Atlanta Dream. 16 rebounds yesterday against the Sparks. 17 points. 6 assists. Could be more. I think her and Asia are tied for steals. Doing a little bit of everything, man. I'm sorry. She's doing a little bit of everything. So, in my opinion, she's not having a slump. That's just my opinion. And this is with in my opinion, an incompetent coach and them not even developing her to the extent that they can. This is Angel Reese without the support that she actually needs. Imagine if she actually had a team, and Camilla too. Imagine if they actually had a team and the support they needed. Is scary hours. Seriously, for every front court, it's scary. It's a battle at the very least. Are there better front courts, seasoned front courts? Yes, but it's a battle. And as far as young front courts, ain't no young front court messing with Angel Reese and Kamillacardoso right now with lack of support. But what you thinking? How are the 2020 WNBA rookies doing now? What you thinking about them? And not just the one we spoke of, but even people. I mean, JC Sheldon is cute. Like, she's doing some things over there on the Suns.
Yeah. I like what you say. I mean, I think I said that yesterday on Star Hoop Central, or was that Monday? Whatever.
Monday.
When was Star Hoop Central? Yesterday. But maybe I said that yesterday when we did the video with Showtime, the post game video. I agree with you. I think Angel and Camilla is the best young backcourt. Now,
I'm sorry. I said
again, you know me. I'm all about I'm all about the moment, where you are in the moment, not where you're going to be in the future, not where you were in the past, right? I judge on the moment. Like, how are you producing now? Because in the basketball world, you got to update your resume. Now, I will say Kiki and Shakira right there.
I gotta eat crow on Shakira. I gotta eat crow when it comes to Shakira.
Hey, Key. See, Key, don't do that to yourself, though. You ain't got to do that, though. Again, we get on YouTube and we analyze what's in front of us. We shouldn't always have to apologize to the world or to the chat. I mean, we analyze what's in front of us. Every day we come up here with new material, new analytical reasoning, new understanding, a new perspective every day. Shakira, when you were in the offseason, when you were talking about Shakira, I was sort of agreeing with you, but again, I paid attention to the nuances, so that's why I was like giving you a little pushback, but you weren't right in your analysis. Shakira did not have a good year last year. Shakira has been injured throughout her WNBA career. She's never had a healthy season. She's came into seasons hurt, left out of seasons hurt. She literally came into this season hurt. So you weren't technically wrong, and you shouldn't have to apologize for your analysis. You only analyze what was in front of you. But they're updating their resume as we speak. Shakira and Kiki, they're coming. Angel and Camilla have been in the league and accomplished I think a little more to this point because of Kiki is a rookie and Shakira's been hurt. But talent-wise, I still give the edge to Angel Reese and Camilla because of the aspect of what Angel Reese brings to the game defensively and offensively. But that's the two young cores that they're going to be eventually. They're going to be the number 1 and number 2 slot in the next 3 to 4 years if they stay together, both cores. I still have I still have the Seattle Storm. I still have the New York Liberty, and I still have I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing nobody. Yeah, I would say the Seattle Storm and the New York Liberty are the only front courts that's just outright is not up for debate because of what they've accomplished in their careers. And those front courts have won championships.
Yeah.
So, like, those are the two front courts that nobody could touch right now, even the Aces, because Stoke, I mean, she's just there. Let's be honest. Even though she has won 2 championships with Asia, she's kind of still there. And the crazy thing is, Keith, even though it's Stokes and Asia, I would still take Stokes and Asia over Angel and Camilla and Kiki and Shakira. Even that's how much I believe in.
That's
Asia.
a diehard fan right there, y'all. That's a diehard fan.
Look, I would still take Stokes. I would still take Stokes and Asia over Nneka and Ezzy.
That's a diehard fan. Now that I could take because for some Ezzy struggles against Ezzy be struggling against Asia. Like it literally she could have every good game and then she plays against the Aces and I don't know what that's about. I've noticed that. That's a trend for Ezzy. But boy, that's a diehard fan, man. Kia Stokes.
Look, but that's see, I'm because I'm gonna be honest, man. We talking about the GOAT here. Like that's the all the way 100. Like let's take the optics out of it. Let's take the season. We're talking about arguably the GOAT. Some people might not have it a GOAT yet because you gotta finish your career. But
we talking about front court. That's 2 players.
But we talk about the GOAT. we ain't talking about some all-stars. We ain't talking about some all WNBA. We talking about the GOAT. That's the GOAT. So when it comes to front courts, the only front court I would take over the Aces front court is the Liberty. We talking about the GOAT here. We talking about the GOAT, Keith. Look, Keith, for all intents of, I know this ain't an Asia topic, but just to bring it to home, for all intents and purposes, think about this, Keith. You give Asia Wilson, Shakira, or Camilla, it's a wrap. Any one of them, it's a wrap.
I mean,
Stokes
if I'm the Aces,
Stokes only averages 0.7 points a game.
If I'm the Aces, I'm trying to get Shakira Austin right now. If I'm the Aces, I'm trying to get no bullshit. I'm trying to get Shakira Austin.
We don't got a first round pick.
Sucks. I'm trying to get Shakira Austin or even Aaliyah Edwards right now.
Aaliyah Edwards might be doable.
Kia Stokes got to get. That's what I'm saying. It's doable with the GOAT, right?
We just need Shakira to continue to play good, and at the All-Star break, it's probably doable. 2 second-round picks for Edwards. It's probably doable.
It's for sure possible. Now I did know a lot about Shakira. Like you said though, she was injured, all of that. So I was just I don't know, right?
What season is she in, Keith?
Shakira?
Yeah, is this 3? Is this season 3? Because she came in 23, right?
I think so. I looked it up earlier, actually. I think Shakira Austin came in 23.
Was it 22?
I looked it up. Here we go. Hold on. What year is this? She was the number 3 pick. She was the number 3 pick. That's her 4th season, y'all. Damn it, where's the date on this? Played for Ole Miss. There's no date on this. What year? Gotta be 4. A lot of people saying 4. Hold on, y'all. Let me.
It was either 22 or 23.
Was it the year before Leah Boston? What year? Hold on.
Yeah. So she had to be 22 because she was the year before Leah Boston.
Okay, so 22. So yes, correct.
She's in her 4th season, so yeah.
Yeah, then maybe you don't.
If she can stay healthy She's on track. She's usually in your fourth
because
season.
they were
your games
saying
start shaking.
She was number 3 to the Mystics. From what I had, because I saw her play a little bit last year when she came back from one of her injuries. I think it was hip surgery or something of that nature. And I was like, let me read up on her. 6'5". She's supposed to be, I'm a little ignorant, but people have said she's like a great value Angel Reese. Like she got skills to her, you know what I'm saying? She got handles. They say she's kind of a big guard type of thing. She's not really a 5. She really is more so of a 4. Cam Brink too. Cam Brink plays the 5, but Cam Brink really a 5? They just be tall. And in the WNBA, it's like, bruh, a certain height, they don't let you play outside of that. So, I knew she had skills to her, but it's like she's slowly but surely coming along. Then you got to think about coaching. She has a better coach this year. They got rid of the GM and coach daddy and son unison. So she has a better coach this year. I love what I'm seeing from her. Like that's one of the people come in my chat like, oh, what if Caitlinclark has a better game or something? I'm like, okay, I'll big her. Like, she's playing well. Like if a player is playing well, I have nothing bad to say about them. So I love what I'm seeing from Shakira Austin. I definitely think her and Kiki is going to be something to look forward to in the future. But I think if we get any bit of good out of the Chicago Sky organization, and what I mean by that is maybe a better coach, better personnel, better GM, all 3, it's over with. But if we could get one of those things, personnel, hopefully, whatever else, whatever, but maybe personnel, I think Chicago Sky's front court is slated to I just think they're slated to be number 1 eventually. But they're the number 1 young. But I'm in agreement with you about Seattle. Even Vegas. I mean, I'm with Vegas still being up there, in New York. Stewie and JJ. I mean, JJ was the finals MVP for a reason. She's a difference maker. JJ, I can't stand JJ, but JJ is one of them ones. She really is super talented, and JJ, to be honest, I don't think, in my opinion, is using all of her talent. And that's even crazier when you think about it. But I mean, like I said, JC Sheldon got traded to the Suns. She's looking good over there. I feel like she's getting better over there. Who else we got? We got Cam Brink. We got to see, she's coming back from injury. Rakia is looking decent this year. I'm kind of going in order. Caitlinclark's in a slump. JC Sheldon, Angel Reese, kamillacardoso. That's crazy. Actually, let me go to the 2024 draft, y'all. Because I really want to go down 2024 draft picks. Hold on 1 second, y'all. WNBA. Because who's after Angel? Oh, Alyssa Peely. Aaliyah Edwards. She's barely getting minutes. I don't know what the hell that's about.
Aaliyah Edwards' biggest problem is she can't hit shots, and sometimes she seems disinterested. And coaches notice that kind of stuff. I again, see, I hear a lot of people about what Aaliyah Edwards like it's the coach's fault. I don't think that, because Shakira is having her best season. Didn't Shakira just win Player of the Week or something like that?
Yes, she won Eastern Player of the Week.
Eastern Player of the Week. She's having her best season, and Kiki is literally having a Rookie of the Year run. They both front court players, so it can't be the coach. It's Aaliyah Edwards. She probably isn't giving the coach what he wants right now, as far as like what he needs out of her.
I hate to see it. So, yeah, because Aaliyah Edwards don't get a lot of minutes, but last year, man, Aaliyah was 13.4 points per game, 7.3 rebounds per game, 1.7 assists, on 59.3% field goal percentage. Aaliyah was looking great last year. You know, she was looking great last year. So I don't know.
How many minutes she got last year? How many minutes a game?
Let me see if it'll tell me that. I think she was in and out of the starting lineup. It's not telling me on here. So I know she was like coming off the bench, and then I know she was starting at one point. And I feel like it was just her and Stephanie Dawson, and Shakira was hurt. And then Emily Angsler is their other big. They got so many bigs. They got like 6 bigs right now. I think last year they had 4 with Emily. Yeah, I think that was all their bigs. It doesn't tell me how many points per game though. Number 9, Carla Leite was the Dallas Wings pick, but now she's playing on Golden State, and I like what she's doing on Golden State. I like Carla. Markeisha Davis was number 11 to New York. I don't know what they're doing with her in New York, to be honest. I don't see a lot of her. But I mean, with all the major players we talked about, because I think even the third round, none of these people are in the league except for Mackenzie Holmes is on Seattle. But otherwise, the third round, none of these people are in the league. Nika Mule was the second round. She's hurt. Celeste isn't in the league no more. Kate Martlin is doing well with the Valkyrie. Jessica Carter, nowhere to be found. And Elizabeth Kitley is coming back from injury. So, oh, you know what? The stats I just gave you is probably from her college season. Disregard that, y'all. It's probably not even from, but she has a great career, a great resume. I hope Aaliyah Edwards finds a home. I do. If I am the Los Angeles, Jesus Christ, the Las Vegas Aces, I might try to do something with that. It seems like y'all not playing her a lot of minutes. Y'all not really interested in keeping her. Y'all have 15 bigs. Even Steph Dawson right now, while you're trying to figure out what's going on with Megan Gustafo and old girl who's pregnant, by the time playoffs come around, she's just not having the baby. So I mean, or close, you know, she's had the baby, but she's still in recovery. It might be something to look at for the Aces. To me, it might be something to look at. But hey, that's
Hey, look, man. Look. Hey, Aces get him. It'll be
it's somebody who's serviceable, you know. Yeah. Maybe help y'all.
He'd be better than having Tiffany Mitchell play the 5.
No facts. So, they've had Tiffany Mitchell play the 5. That is insane.
Yeah. Especially when Asia was hurt. When Asia was out with the concussion, they had Tiffany Mitchell at the 5.
That is crazy.
Chelsea was playing the 4. Because for all intents and purposes, Kitley not ready yet. Like you could see potential, but she not ready yet.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is maybe on another team she would be more serviceable, but for what the Aces need from her, she's not ready yet. So that's not to say Kitley can't play basketball and she shouldn't be in the league and she shouldn't be getting minutes. But what the Aces need from her, she's not ready to deliver on that yet. They need rim protecting, floor spacing, and rebounding. And she looks lost sometimes, and she gets lost in the flow. She gets lost in the flow. But I mean, when you look at these rookies, all of them have like different situations going on right now. I mean, you look at Camilla and Angel. Are they in the right system? Are they around the right players? Right organization? Are they developing correctly? Do they understand the basketball court? Are they understanding the nuances of what it takes to win on a daily basis? And how does that replicate to their play style? When you look at Caitlinclark, some of those same like on the court things of IQ, nuance of the game, understanding what it takes to be a championship winning point guard. How does your play style translate to winning? Mindset. All these players are going through different things. Aaliyah Edwards struggling to be in the starting lineup. Shakira's overshadowing her right now with her play. Does the coach believe in her? Is she giving the coach what he needs? I mean, they all have like different aspects. Even when you look at Rickea Jackson, it's like out of everybody, Rickea Jackson. I know Chicago's front office is horrible. I know Chicago has to put a winning team together, a lot of the locker room stuff. But I'm gonna be honest, just like on an individual level, like individually, you take the just individual player development. Rickea is in the toughest spot out of all of like the top 7 picks. Rickea is in the toughest spot out of all of them because of her type of game and how she came in last year, coming off the bench, only getting like 15 minutes, then getting put into the starting lineup. The other person who got drafted with her hasn't played yet. You bring in another rookie this year who they want to stretch the floor with. She gets up a lot of shots as a rookie. She's starting some games. You bring in Kelsey Mitchell, who wants the ball, who wants to be the high usage person. You still got Hamby there, who needs her shot attempts. So out of everybody, Rickea's in the toughest spot when it just comes to, do we truly know Rickea's game? Does Rickea truly know what she's supposed to be at this level? Like, she's in such a weird space. Does this coach believe in her? Did Kurt Miller believe in her? Like, she's such in a weird space when it comes to her game, because her game is so one-dimensional. She needs so many things to go right. So out of everybody, her situation is a little weird and quirky. It's like very, very weird. It's very weird.
It's weird, but Zoe, you're not. It's weird to me, and I'm in agreement with you, but she's also not like a come to my team and I'm about to build my team around you. So it's like, what do you do when you say, because I'm one dimensional, right? She's a strong offensive player, in my opinion. If you feed her the ball a lot, like, she could ball out. But what does that contribute? And what does that contribute to winning in the WNBA? So one thing I want us all to do is, when you put things into perspective, keep saying in the WNBA. I'm not even trying to be funny, because I think when you get yourself caught up thinking about the NBA, you'll get yourself messed up. Like, the WNBA is just, they're behind, right? You got to understand that their model is behind, not in a bad way. It just is.
They have their own way of doing things.
They have their own way of doing things. And it's not like the NBA never was in that era, but I'm saying, if you're trying to compare it to where the NBA is now, you're going to be sadly mistaken. And so the WNBA is very much still a team built on a dominant 5, 4, and 3. Really, it's still kind of in that space. They're trying to figure it out and like what they're gonna do with that. But the 4 and the 5 is the most dominant positions, is the toughest positions, and then the wing is extremely important. And Rickea is playing the 3. She's playing the 3 right now.
But Kid, why you think that is though?
Because KP is at the 2.
No, I'm talking about what you said about like how the league is like operated, the big versus the small. Why you think that is?
I don't know. They just haven't ushered in like a new or newer play styles. It seems like they are very much stuck in playing in an old school type of way, where it's still a bigs league. In my opinion, not that like bigs aren't important in the NBA as well. I just think in in the WNBA, just how they have it set up, it's a bigs league, man. It's a bigs league. I feel like the next guard to win MVP is either Paige or Juju. Paige or Juju is winning MVP.
But Keith, you want me to tell you why it's still a bigs league? Because when you're a big, it's easier to tell if you don't have it or not. And when you're a big, it's easier for teams to move on. When you're a guard or a wing, it's harder for teams to move on because you can digress in your own talent, but you can do other things where teams don't really notice you don't got it no more. But when you're a big, your skill set is so important to the game of basketball and how it's played, whether it's NBA, college, WNBA, whatever, overseas. When you're a front court player, your game is so noticeable when it drops off because of how the game is operated and where the ball moves at. Because, like, look at Vandersloot. If she was a big, she would not be in the league anymore. Vandersloot is only able to stay around the league because she's a guard. So they don't need her to score anymore. She can be 80 years old and still pass the basketball.
That's what I'm saying, though. Their style.
So the league is the reason. It's not the players. The league is the reason. So this is why I always say this. A lot of the old guard is still hanging around because they're masquerading their talents with other individual things, making it hard for the younger point guards and shooting guards that are actually good coming out of college to make the league. So the league is going to continue to be dominated because people don't realize this, but Jacquel has only been in the league 8 years. This is her 8th season. H has only been in the league 6 years. A lot of people don't realize that. They think like H and them is like in their late 30s. Like even Stewie. Like they haven't been in the league that long. That people keep forgetting. Sylvia Fowles and all of them were just in the league dominating. And H and them was waiting their turn. It's not like that with the guards. The Deja Kellys and all of them ain't sitting on the bench waiting their turns. They're not in the league. So the imbalance of how they're viewing the players is what's stopping the league from really balancing out the talents on teams of all front court versus all back court. Because if they just let the league grow with the young players, you will really see there ain't a lot of good bigs. Like I look around the league and I hear people say that all the time. Like the league is still front court dominant. If you really pay attention to the league, Key, there are not a lot of good bigs. There really isn't. They're focused in the marketing. The bigs are focused in the market. There aren't a lot of
the starting bigs, though. The starting bigs.
There aren't a lot of good starting bigs. There aren't a lot.
I mean, we go.
Name six. Name six.
I'm about to go to the WNBA website now. But what I wanted to say before I lose my train of thought is I feel as though with the new like hiring a Smesco, hiring even a Sparks type of coach, they have a different look at offense. And I think that's a big part of it too. They continue to cycle these same coaches around the league, weird as hell. And so the play style, none of that really shifted or changed. I'm sorry.
The ball still touches the
ball. Because they were very much still a certain type of team. But okay. So we got the Minnesota Lynx, and the Minnesota Lynx have Nafisa Collier and Alana Smith. Off the bench is Shepard this season at the very least.
Do you think Alana Smith is better than Courtney Williams?
In this league, yes.
Why?
Because Alana Smith's defense, like her anchoring the defense, and just her being a 5. Like I think the 4s and 5s in this league.
I don't think Alana Smith. I don't think Elena Smith is better than Courtney Williams. Do you think Elena Smith is better than McBuckets?
More important. Maybe that's what I'm hearing.
Key, answer the
more
question.
Important.
Key. Do you think
you remove Atlanta Smith, it goes to shambles? Prince.
I don't think it does.
Better is one thing. More important is another thing.
No, but we're talking about the league, though, Key.
I'm
asking a league question. I'm just saying. Do you think Elena Smith is better than McBuckets?
No.
Okay, let's go to your next team.
But hear what I'm saying. And here
I get where you're trying to go with it. I get it.
But that's important. That's important because you literally you have the GOAT at the 4 on the Las Vegas Aces. You got the GOAT. But because your 5 is so bazooka, like Stokes is, I watch the games and I'm losing my mind in here because Stokes is so bazooka, you would think she's not the damn GOAT. And then you have Jackie Young, arguably one of the best wings. You might be able to go wing for wing with Jackie Young now.
No, time out. See, I said this on Twitter the other day. Time out. Jackie Young is the best guard in the league. Name a guard better than Jackie Young. I need you name a guard better than Jackie Young.
Don't pull me in this. I don't got nothing to do with this. He said it. I didn't say it. That you're fine. You're fine. I'm
just saying, Keith. Really.
What did I just say? Arguably the best wing in the league. I literally just said that. I'm with you. My point is, you don't have
it ain't arguable. Jackie Young is an Olympic gold medalist. Jackie Young is a two-way player. Arguably.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get into this with you. I literally do not want to get into this with you.
Arguably.
I'm sorry. It's her. Look, Zoe. It's her and Kayla McBride. I'm sorry.
Man, stop it.
It's her and Kayla McBride.
Man, stop it.
I'm sorry. It's her and Kayla McBride.
What?
I did not say.
And I love McBuckets. You already know this. McBuckets is one of my top 10 favorite players to watch in the league. I love McBuckets. But McBuckets ain't touching no doggone Jackie Young. What?
Y'all, you see how he do? I brought this up to show the importance of Atlanta Smith, the 5. That's my point. Atlanta Smith is important at the 5 because if you remove her, regardless of Courtney Williams being a better player, right? Courtney Williams is a better player per se, but if you remove Atlanta Smith, everything falls apart. In my opinion, the 4 and the 5, the way that their play style is still in the WNBA, their system, whatever you want to call it, Minnesota Lynx, I believe that it's the most important position. I think they're the better positions too. They have the most talent. As far as both sides of the ball, JJ, Breanna Stewart, Asia Wilson. I mean, it's just talent out the wazoo. But if we start naming guards, y'all, I'm sorry. It gets to get struggle bus with the guards. We can't lie about that. Once you start naming guard, you got Alyssa Thomas at the
but Key, again, I'm trying to get you there, but you're not. I'm trying to get you there, but you're not really listening. We're fooling ourselves. We really think we're again. It's so top heavy with bigs. We're fooling ourselves. We really think there's a lot of good front court players because of the optics, like in the play styles. But if you go team by team and starts, that's why I was like, stay with the Mystics. Don't bring another team into it. That way you can start seeing it's actually more wings and guards in the league than big that are good. That's why I was like,
let's do it, Zoe.
I was doing it, but you went off the rails.
You went off the rails about I said arguably you didn't want to argue about it. You telling me Jackie Young is the best? No. Okay, let's go. Hold on. Let's go to New York Liberty.
Go to New York.
Juju. What the hell am I? JJ, Breanna Stewart.
Okay.
Phoenix Mercury.
Okay.
Alyssa Thomas and Satu Sabli.
Okay. Both of them better than Khalil?
They're more important. We don't want to see. This is where me and you on two different pages. Are they better? Are they better? No,
I'm just asking
they're not better, right? They're not better, but they're more important in these play styles. Now, once we get out of these play styles, it's gonna be a guard. The bigs is gonna hate the WNBA, in my opinion, unless they're I'm not gonna say they're gonna hate it. That's not what I want to say. If you a Malanga, if you a Angel Reese, like you're gonna like it, right? But the bigs and how it typically has been, I feel like but then again, I could be lying because Brianna Stewart 3-level scorer, right? At the 4. JJ stretches the floor too. Alana Smith stretches the floor.
Let's be honest, man. Stewart is really a 3.
She is.
Let's be all the way 100 here.
Yeah, she is. But that's my point, though.
In the history book, Stewart will be a 3.
That's my I'm with you.
Because even if you look at the Olympic team, Stewart was playing the 3. It was C and Asia at the 4 and the 5.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm not against what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what? You're right.
I'm just saying. I think I really keep.
Because even Satu, like, what is Satu?
Satu is really a 3. Even AT is really a 3. It's all out of necessity.
I'm with it. No, I'm with you on that.
It's clouded. It's like but
see, at the 3
one day.
In the WNBA, though, the 3 has to play defense. That's why Sarah Ashley Barker is getting more or a significant playing time than Rickea Jackson, because she doesn't have a better offensive game than Rickea. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But she could hit a 3 every now and then, and she can defend, or she'll actually give you more energy on defense. That's why between her and Rickea Jackson, they're picking a Sarah Ashley Barker, right? But is she better than, like, see, that's why I'm like, importance and better is two different things.
I get what you're saying about the
play styles.
But again, Key, it's only important because the league is still big driven. Like, the play style is still big driven. But there aren't a lot of talented bigs in the league. Again, that's why I said it's kind of convoluted. One day, Key, you know me, I be thinking outside the box. I really had to. I forgot who I was watching. I think it was the Valkyrie and the Sparks. And I'm really watching the game, and I'm like, I started like really like just analyzing. I was like, it don't got a lot of good bigs. The ball just goes through them. So in our head, we think that the bigs run the league. It's really the play style that's masquerading what we're actually seeing. And again, even when it comes to Caitlinclark and her 3s, I hate to even bring it back to her. I've been saying this since the beginning. Her 3s look so much better because nobody else has that green light to do that. If you watch most guards in the WNBA, their responsibilities are a little different than hers. Their responsibilities are more of run pick and roll, dump it inside, run the offense, get it to the shooter. Like, if you really like, they don't allow a lot of players to really, even Alicia Gray, she doesn't have the freedom to just shoot as many 3s as she wants to. Like, and I've been thinking about this too. I think the league is afraid of getting some of the backlash the WNBA got. I mean, the NBA got for the 3-point shooting. I think the league and the coaches are afraid of that. They're afraid of them saying all they do is shoot 3s. There ain't basketball going on no more. I watch. I'd really be paying attention, Key. You know me. I be looking at the new. I really be paying. Look, and I could probably be on a limb by myself on this. I really think the league is trying to avoid that nostalgia of the NBA's 3-point shooting.
So you said it a million times. The WNBA needs an overhaul. It needs an overhaul, and hiring has to do with that. It's because Smesco, he said F all that, right? Like,
yeah,
the Atlanta Dream are the highest They take the most 3-point shots out of any team in the league. The Atlanta Dream does.
Look at the Phoenix Mercury too, Keith.
Pure.
Nate Tippins, where did he come from? Winning a championship in the NBA.
So, I think all of us don't want it to become that much like it, but I think we could usher in things from it. I don't think we need to like sit up here and be like, oh, I don't want the WNBA to be like the NBA. Nah, we don't want it to be non-physical. We love how physical. We love it. We love how physical the WNBA is. We love that part of it, but the game has to grow for sure. I feel like
it does.
And these players have to be able to showcase more skills than they've been able to showcase. These players coming out of college are talented. I'm sorry. They're talented. They're playing at a higher level than the players in the WNBA. Why you think it's so I don't want to say the word easy, but why you think these records are able to be broken now? Like since 2020, now Paige is breaking a record, Sony or Key, they're breaking these records because these players are right out of college, talented, plug and play, talented, ready to go. And so I think some of the things that's coming from the league are that's coming into the league with these changes, with Smesco, with the LA Sparks coach as well. She's also she's big on 3-point shooting too, as well. I think are important. I don't want them to ever lose the defense and the both side of the ball part. I think that's the part that I just never want them to lose. I want both sides of the ball to be important and this not to be just an offensive league, man. 100, watching a game to 120, 140 points. Like, don't get me wrong, man. I watched the last playoff game, and I watched a couple of like half of some of the games. It's not like I'm not gonna sit up here and act like the NBA is a snooze fest. It's not a snooze fest, but god damn, it's competitive when it's a low scoring game. I never see that as a diss, you know what I'm saying? So I don't ever want it to get to that point. But let me get to these couple super chats I missed.
Is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.
Shout out to Aquarius for the other $4.99 super chat. I'm a big CC fan, but I can criticize her much more than you can criticize Angel. That's wild to me. I got praise and smoke for everybody. Aquarius, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just now getting, it's like 40 minutes later. I'm sorry. Shout out to Love Me Some 08 for the $2 super chat. Aaliyah Edwards had a back injury. Okay. We was talking about the sophomore slump, so you letting us know that Aaliyah Edwards had the back injury that she's coming from. I think she'll do great I think she has a great career ahead of her. Like, it's her.
Do you think she would? Because Aaliyah Edwards, she has kind of like that Camilla complex where she doesn't say too much. Do you think she would benefit playing with a Stewie, a Asia, a NECA? Because she doesn't say too much.
I think she would benefit from them a lot, actually. I think
she has a young backcourt, so she's learning from Dawson. Like, come on.
Dawson, yeah, I know. And like, I think she worked on some things in Unrivaled. She was like giving the Fisa vibes in Unrivaled, in my opinion. And so I think she would. I think NECA, I think Asia Wilson, I don't know. She could go to another team right now, though, and be solid, in my opinion. She was solid last year when we saw her. But I just think Shakira and Kiki are just doing the damn thing, man. They're just doing the damn thing. Then you got Emily Angstler. I don't know what the Mystics are gonna do. Because if I'm them, I'm keeping Aaliyah Edwards, to be completely honest. If I'm trying to win a championship, right?
I mean, that's a good rotation because Dawson leaving this offseason, right?
Yeah,
I don't see them bringing her back. Yeah, because I mean, her contract ends this season, so
replace Emily Angstler with somebody else, or
I like Emily Angstler,
or keep her.
She's good. She's good off the bench. Like, she can shoot. She can handle the rock. She can play deep. She's a scrappy kind of player. I wouldn't mind her coming back there. I definitely would. Do you think Sykes comes back?
That's what I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna core Sykes. I just don't know, and we don't know what
Now, the
CBA.
in the new
That's what I was gonna
CBA, how
say.
is that going to work? Are
That's
they
why
trying to get rid of that core? Like,
no
so
idea. I don't know. Honestly, I like what Sykes is doing. Now I know she has a couple ways about her shooting them out of games, but I don't know if you put an actual PG next to her and don't have her doing PG duties. I don't know. Or if just what, let's get some another player or some picks back for her, and let's just part ways with her while she's at her height. Right. I don't know what they do, because I like what she's doing, but if you reel her in and give her PG, does that give you an edge?
Key, you
She's a
just put
bucket
something
getter.
in my head, put something on my mind, man.
What?
When you said that just now, my mind just started spinning. The Mystics, if they play this right, the Mystics not only could have a all-time 2025 draft, if they play this right, the Mystics could have an all-time 2026 draft.
I'm just saying.
The Mystics, if they play this right, they can get a first round pick for Sykes if they trade her before the All-Star break.
I'm just saying.
If they say, you know what, we would benefit the next 3 years by not making the playoffs. Because I'm gonna be honest. The Mystics could not convince me. They thought they would be this good to start the season in the offseason. They thought this would be a rough season. They thought they would win a couple games. They thought they would compete a little bit, but they did not think they would be a playoff team.
Stop it.
You think the Mystics thought they would be a playoff team?
Stop it. Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you.
I don't think so.
Bro, come on.
I don't think they thought they would be where they are right now.
I think they knew the level of talent they were getting. I think
they knew
knows.
That's why I said they knew they could be competitive, but I don't think they thought we could be a top 7 seed.
I think they thought so. I think that this is what I said before the season. I'm telling you, before the season started, we traded away to pick all of that. I said, oh, y'all wanted to help the Mystics build the future. Bet. That's a problem. If nothing else, you don't help another team build a solid roster. Literally,
in the same conference.
You literally just don't do that. It just doesn't matter what you think you need for your team. Shout out to Ariel Atkins. This is never a spite on her. I constantly say how I like her. It's not about her. But you just don't help other teams get better. You got to figure out how to do it without another team. You literally ushered in Kiki Iriafen, Sonia Citron. Both of them are plug and play players. They're playing better than we ever thought. Like, I already knew they were going to be good, but they're playing better than we even thought. Shakira Austin comes back healthy. What the hell? You got Leah Edwards even coming off the bench. You could say her slow, whatever, but it's still Leah Edwards coming off the. It's not no scrub or nothing. Brittany Sykes is playing at an all-star level. I mean, Sonia Citron at the 3 alone, bro. Like, her at the 3 alone is just it's. So, in my opinion, I saw it. Even if the Mystics didn't see it, I'm telling you, I saw it. I literally saw it with them. At least I've been wrong about other things, but with them, I saw it. I was like, they're built. This team is gonna be good. Like, don't ever get that mistaken. Like, this team is gonna be good, and if they make all the right steps, this team is not that far off from being a top competitor. 1 or 2 years, in my opinion. If you make the right moves in 2026, and like you said in the 2026 draft and in the 2026 blow up, this team is else. I'm sorry, Lucy Olsen, Georgia Amore, unfortunately injured. But I don't know, man. That's just me. I thought they was. I thought they. I don't know. You could be right though. The Mystics didn't think they was gonna be this good, but I did. I knew they were going to be this good.
You could say if you see. Again, you judge in the moment, right? You don't know what the future is always gonna bring. Cause again, see, this is the thing you got to think about, Key. It's not just about the Mystics being good, it's about the other teams around them being bad. Do you think the Mystics thought they would be a better team than Chicago?
Yes.
I don't think they did. When they was constructing that roster, do you thought they put, because Key, you know they do this, right? They'll go to the board and they'll put up where will we fall just so they can temper expectations for the season.
Yes.
Do you think on their board before the season started, before the draft, they thought they would be better than Chicago?
Yes.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did, Keith. Do you thought? Hold on. Because I want to look at the. Hold on, I gotta go look at this. Let me look at these standings right quick. I want to make sure I'm calling out the right teams. So, do you think the Mystics thought they would be better than the Las Vegas Aces right now?
No.
Okay, go to the next one. Do you think the Mystics thought they would be better than the Los Angeles Sparks at this point in the season?
No.
Do you think they thought they would be better than the Dallas Wings at this point in the season with the offseason moves they had and the number 1 pick?
No.
That's what I'm saying, Key. So what I'm saying, you making my point. What I'm saying is, if you look at the reality of the teams around them, it's not about them thinking they're going to be good. It's what they think they're going to fall in the pecking order. I guarantee you, if you ask the Mystics before the season started, they thought they would finish between 10 to 13.
That's a fact. I mean, I'm not saying they were. The Mystics, in my opinion, were okay with rebuilding, genuinely okay with whatever that looked like. The Mystics were okay with not making the playoffs, if that's what it is. They're rebuilding to win a championship. That's what it looks like to me. And when you're rebuilding to win a championship, you got rookies. You know, you don't know what that's going to look like. You don't know how that's going to be. You know, you could end up last in place, and it's a tough ride rebuilding. But I did feel like they knew they were rebuilding. And I felt like they have the right mindset around who they're picking to rebuild, in my opinion. And I definitely get what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying. And did they think that? Probably not. You're probably right. They didn't think that. But in my opinion, I don't see how. But I think I have a different type of vision when it comes to the WNBA. And so that's just me, right? Like, I think the WNBA has been playing on a very, and you've said it even in so many words, you get yours, I get mine, or whatever. And I think I'm telling you, I think 2024 is ushering in, like, I think that's one of the, like, prior to 2024, I think going forward, basically, in my opinion, going forward, I think we're going to see better drafts. I think we've been used to seeing bummy drafts and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we're going to keep seeing that going forward. I think the WNBA is headed in a different direction where these players are coming to play and they have the skill set, man. They do. This is not business as usual. And so, with watching Sonia Citron in college, Notre Dame was my second team. I knew what Sony was going to come to do. Watching Kiki Iriafen, again, I didn't like in certain instances where I felt like she wasn't really a dog. I also said, I don't know if picking to go to USC was the best thing for her. I did see at Stanford, she did play a different way, but for some reason at USC, it wasn't that way. But I knew how talented she was. You also, have mapped out how talented Kiki Iriafen is. So when we talk about that and we add these players, you give them both of them, you give them Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, one at the 3 and the other one at the 4. Like, bro, you just Kayla McBride, Nafisa Collier. I'm not comparing the two, but just listen, like, hear what I'm trying to say. That's basically what you ushered in with that team, right? Like, in my opinion, because these players, I'm not gonna get into that, y'all. That's a whole different story because y'all ain't gonna like what I gotta say about the league and where it's been at and how kind of bummy these players kind of been, low-key. Like, Yeah. But anyways, hey, great topics. Shout out to Aquarius for the $4.99 super chat again. I'm a big CC fan, but I can criticize her much more than you can criticize Angel. Cap. I'm calling Cap on that. I'm calling Cap. I don't like when y'all say that. I say CC needs to take care of the ball. If Angel has too many turnovers, I say Angel needs to take care of the ball. So I don't want to hear that. But listen, y'all, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on playback. We want to hear what you have to say, so make sure you comment. Go to Excuse the Takeover, where we're giving the latest and greatest opinions, facts on women's basketball. Shout out to 504CP for the $1.99 super chat. 6'8 Aquarius, more around Angel Ball and CC not. Appreciate that $1.99 super chat. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming through. We appreciate y'all coming through and supporting. We appreciate the kind words. We can't read every single chat, but I definitely see some of y'all giving out compliments, saying y'all love this. This show is so knowledgeable. If that's the case, go to Excuse the Takeover. One word, subscribe. Hit the like button, comment. Go to iamzomedia, subscribe. Hit the like button, comment. Keep us in the algorithm. WBB Universe, subscribe. Hit the like button, comment, and you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all so much for coming through week over week. We'll be back next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, y'all. Check out the memberships on all pages as well. Great things, exclusive things coming. Are you doing the Aces game?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it though. But hey, again, man, do us a favor. Hopefully by the end of July, we can have all shows be aired exclusively on the Excuse the Takeover YouTube channel. We just need all our subscribers to go over there, because that is our goal. Hopefully the last week of July, we want to be exclusively on the Excuse the Takeover YouTube channel. But it takes all of y'all support and all of y'all efforts to just go over there, hit the subscribe button, support that channel. Again, we'll be dropping exclusive content on that channel, hopefully by going into the fall. So that's why it's so important, because we want to do some amazing things with that channel for Excuse the Takeover fans. And again, we don't want the Excuse the Takeover content to just be over here. We want it on that channel. So just like you go and vote for Angel Reese each week, put it on your calendar, set your alarm clock. If you're not subscribed, to go over there and subscribe. Set your alarm clock to go over there and comment on the videos, to like the videos, so we can get that channel in the algorithm, get it monetized, so we can give back to y'all. So please, if you haven't already, go over to Excuse the Takeover YouTube channel and subscribe.
For sure. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate y'all support as usual. Man, we got up to like 300 plus people in here. Man, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the support. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm finna go catch the games myself. Thank y'all so much for coming through. And the most important thing, y'all be safe out there. Go subscribe to Excuse the Takeover. Appreciate you, Junie, for subscribing. We're out of here.
Excuse the Takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyzing chat, every stat, interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below, watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.